friends, welcome back to my channel. I am up today for the Spiegelmom Scraps design team, and as every Sunday I'm going to be sharing with you guys my project for this week. So I am creating a layout, 12 by 12 layout, as I usually do. And I am going to begin with white cardstock and this stencil by Teresa Collins. It's sort of like a floral geometric type stencil. So at least that's the best I could describe it. And I'm going to use this texture paste. This is the Dazzler's texture paste in Pucker Up Pink, and this is from the Spiegelmom Scraps shop. Remember, if you guys are going to ever make any purchases at the Spiegelmom Scraps shop, just always make sure that you use my code KATTY, which is KATTY 15, so you guys can get a nice 15% discount. And she has a ton of colors in the Dazzler, so make sure you check them out. They're so pretty and sparkly. I just love working with them. So the Pucker Up Pink is definitely a fun color. It's like a pink fuchsia color, which is gorgeous. So I love how it turned out with this stencil. So as you can see, all I'm doing is just placing my stencil at an angle on the top and on the bottom, sort of creating two triangles on my page. And I just use some washi tape to hold those down. And I just carefully peel it up, and it's beautiful and shimmery and gorgeous. So just clean up my space a bit here, because I should have placed a paper or something underneath it to kind of catch that extra of the shimmers product, but I didn't. So so I'm gonna dry this a bit. It's gonna take just a little bit. It does take a while to dry, just because it has to kind of set in, but I help it with my heat tool a bit so that I can continue working. This is the photo I'm going to be scrapbooking. It's a photo of my mom and my niece, and basically they were out. Usually whenever my niece is off from work, she'll come over and hang out with my mom just to spend some time with her, and they like to go to the casino. So this is what they were doing. They were on their way to the casino, and I was at work, and they sent me a picture of them going to the casino. And I think it's hilarious that every time they get together, even if it's just for like half an hour, they will just go to the casino, because we have a couple of casinos nearby. So they will just go to the casino and just, you know, that's what they do. So I think it's hilarious. So I had to scrapbook this picture. They sent me this picture while I was at work, and they were just on their way to go have some fun at the casino. So yeah, it's definitely something I want to scrapbook and get in my album, and I will journal behind my page as I usually do. So I am taking some of these lovely sequins. This is one of my favorite mixes. This is the mint chip sequins, and I will have a link below to the blog post, and I do have links to all of the products that I'm using from the Spiegelmom Scrap shop, so you guys can check that out. And I'm not going to make you guys watch me put down every single sequin, but I'm going to just put a few down, and then I'll fast forward and you'll see that it'll be done. And I do use all three colors in there, the pink, the green, and the gray. So I do kind of just randomly place them, not really in any specific order, just kind of randomly, the way that I thought it looked good. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I started putting down the little gray ones, and I'm using just glue dots to get these down, and I find that is the best way to get sequins down. These glue dots are amazing. They're so quick. You don't have to mess with the liquid glue, which can be a pain and sometimes doesn't even hold down. So these glue dots were amazing, and it was super quick to get those down. So I'm gonna mount my photo on this paper, but I am going to change it, and you won't see me do that on camera. When I turned the camera off, I just realized I really didn't like this paper. It wasn't right for this layout. It was just, it has gray in it, but then it has like a really off-white tone, which kind of looks yellow, and it just felt like it didn't go. So I'm going to swap it out for 2 sheets of paper from the 6x6 paper pad from the Crepe Paper Notes and Things, and it's just a light gray paper, and then I'll do another mat of a green paper to bring in the green from those sequins. So you will see that in the still shots at the end. My title is going to be Lucky Us, because they do like to go and get lucky at the casino. So I thought that was a fun title for this layout. And I'm going to kind of mess with the lucky, because I want to cover up a little tiny smudge that I have there on the left hand side, which I'm covering with the L. So I do kind of strategically place that lucky so that I can cover up that little smudge on my page, which is really bothering me. So yeah, and then it's my title, Lucky Us, and it will stay just like that. I don't move it around. I thought about using some of these felt hearts, but it was just kind of getting lost with the picture on the page, so I didn't use those on this one. And I do pull out a few of these cork stars. Another thing I do off camera, which I don't record after I'm done with the stars, I actually take a pink sequin from that same sequin pack, which is a flat back pink sequin, and I will stick one in the middle of each star. And then I take my dazzers, the same dazzers I used with the stencil, and then I'm just kind of adding some to the edge of the stars. So that's what I'm doing, just kind of painting it on. And then I will take my actual brush, and then I will kind of just rub the brush on the sides so that the paint kind of comes off the brush onto the edge of the star, and that gave me sort of a darker pink. But I thought that was something nice to add to the sequin, to the cork, which are so pretty, but I do add that little touch. So I'm doing some black splatters. I will do some darker splatters as well off camera. I just felt like my splatters weren't standing out enough for me. So that is it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out the blog post. Make sure you check out Spiegelmom Scraps for more products from our team. So if you have any questions or comments, please do leave them below. I love to hear from you guys, and I do try to answer every single question. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye bye.